Hello friends, welcome again to my channel Study Library. And this time we are going to discuss the first chapter of English, A Pact with the Sun book, that is A Tale of Two Birds. So here there is a summary for first the paragraph. Here's the summary of the first paragraph that a mother bird and her two young ones lived in a forest. The mother was killed in a storm and the young birds were separated from each other. Each found a different home. So now let us read the chapter in full. There once lived a bird and her two newborn babies in a forest. They had a nest in a tall shady tree, and there the mother bird took care of her little ones day and night. So here the stories of a bird and her two newborn babies in a forest, and they had a nest in a tall shady tree, and there the mother bird took care of each her little ones during the day and the night. One day there was a big storm. There was thunder, lightning, and rain, and the wind blew down many trees. So here it says that one day there was a big storm. There was thunder, lightning, and rain, and the wind blew down so many trees. The tall tree in which the birds lived also came down. A big heavy branch hit the nest and killed the bird. The tall tree in which the birds lived also came down by the thunder, and a big heavy branch hit the nest and killed the mother bird. Fortunately for the baby birds, the strong wind blew them away to the other side of the forest. Fortunately for the baby birds, there was a strong wind that blew them away to the other side of the forest. One of them came down near a cave where a gang of robbers lived. The other landed outside the Rishi's ashram, a little distance away. One of the birds came down near a cave where a gang of robbers lived, or thieves. The other landed outside a Rishi's ashram, a little distance away. Now, here, days passed and baby birds became big birds. One day, the king of a country came to the forest to hunt. So days passed and baby birds became big birds. One day, king of the country came to the forest to hunt. Now he saw a deer and rode after it. It ran deep into the forest, followed by the king. Here, one one day, the king of a rich country came to the forest to hunt some animals. He saw a deer and rode after it. It ran deep into the forest and followed by the king. Soon the king lost his way and didn't know where he was. And soon the king had lost his way and did not know where he was. He rode on for a long time till he came to the other side of the forest. Very tired by now, he got off his horse and sat down under a tree that stood near a cave. He rode for a very long time till he came to the other side of the forest. Very tired by now, he got his horse and sat down under a tree that stood near a cave. Suddenly he heard a voice cry out, "Quick, hurry up! There's someone under the tree. Come and take his jewels and his horse." Suddenly the king heard a voice cry out that said, "Quick, hurry up! There's someone under the tree. Come, let us take his jewels and his horse. Hurry, or else he'll slip away." The king was amazed. He looked up and saw a big brown bird on the tree which he was sitting. The king was very amazed to hear this. He looked up and saw a big brown bird on the tree under which he was sitting. He also heard faint white noises issuing from the cave. He also heard faint noises that were coming from the cave. He quickly got on his horse and rode away as fast as he could. He quickly got up on his horse and rode away as fast as he could. Now, the king was amazed to hear a similar voice again. He came to know the bird's true story. He met a rishi who explained the behavior of each bird. Soon, he came to a clearing which looked like an ashram. Soon the king came to a clearing which looked like an ashram. It was the Rishi's ashram. The king tied his horse to a tree and sat down in its shade. It was a rishi's ashram in which the king tied his horse in a tree to a tree and sat down in its shade. Suddenly he heard a gentle voice announce, "Welcome to the ashram, sir. Please go inside and rest. The rishi will be back soon. There's some cold water in the pot. Please make yourself comfortable." Suddenly the king heard a gentle voice that said, "Welcome to the ashram, sir. Please go inside and rest. The rishi will be back soon. There's some cold water in the pot. Please make yourself comfortable." The king looked up and saw a big brown bird in the tree. He was amazed. This one looked like the other bird outside the cave. He said to himself aloud. The king was very amazed and said to himself that this one looks like a other bird in the outside of the cave. He said to himself aloud, "You're right, sir," answered the bird. "He's my brother, but he has made friends with robbers. He now talks as they do. He doesn't talk to me anymore." The bird said that "You are right, sir. He is my brother, but he has made friends with robbers. He now talks as they do. He doesn't talk to me anymore." Just then the rishi entered the ashram. "Welcome, sir," he said to the king. "Please come inside and make yourself at home. You look tired. Rest for a while, then you can share my food." The rishi said to the king that, "Welcome, sir. Please come inside and make yourself at home. You look very tired. Rest for a while and then you can share my food." The king told the rishi of the story of the two birds and how each had behaved so differently though they looked so alike. The king told that the king told the rishi of the story of the two birds and how each had behaved so differently though they looked so much alike. "The forest is full of surprises," he said. The holy man smiled and said, "After all, one is known by the company he keeps." The holy man smiled and said that, "After all, one is known by the company he keeps. That bird has always heard the talk of robbers. He imitates them and talks about robbing people." The first one bird had always heard about the talk of robbers and he imitates them and talks about robbing people. This one has repeated what he has always heard. He welcomes people to the ashram. Now come inside and rest. I'll tell you more about this place and these birds. Thus, the second bird has repeated what he has always heard. He welcomes people to the ashram who come there. Now come inside and rest. I'll tell you more about this place and these birds. Now, there are some questions. We can solve these. How did the two baby birds get separated? The two baby birds got separated by a lightning storm. Where did each of them find a home? The first bird found a home near a cave where robbers lived, and the second one found a home near a rishi's ashram. What did the first bird say to the stranger? The bird said to the stranger that, "Here is a man inside. Let us take his jewels and his horse before he runs away." What did the second bird say to him? The second bird said that, "Let us welcome, sir. Please make yourself at home and be comfortable. Here's some cold water. You can drink it." How did the rishi explain the different ways in which the birds behaved? The rishi said that one, one, one living thing is always known by the company he keeps. So he said that the first bird always had heard the talk of the robbers and he always talked to them about robbing people. And the second bird had always heard the talk of the people, rishis, and he always has welcomed people. Which one of the following sums up the story best? A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. One is known by the company keeps. A friend in need is a friend in need. So here, the second one is known by the company keeps, is the good one which sums up the story best.